Hi everyone, on this video we're going to talk about working with bookstagrammers and BookTokers, or what you really call them is influencers that work with books. So there's a whole category of influencer, and they may not call themselves influencers by the way, but they are influencers that actually review and discuss and promote books. And they are on Instagram and TikTok, and they're known as bookstagrammers, which is a bit of mouthful, and BookTokers. So they are great for promoting your book because they've got a dedicated audience of people that follow them, and they discuss particular genres of books. So you'll usually find they do stick to their same genre. For example, if it's a business book, so they may focus on small business, or they may focus on entrepreneurs and books for entrepreneurs. There's also they're in the fiction category, so you get a lot that focus on just romance books or fantasy books or horror books or crime books. So there's loads and loads of different categories. And generally, as a general rule, if an influencer, there's also obviously influencers you can approach that might be a good fit for your book as well. For example, if you've got a health book or it deals with how to lose weight, how to eat healthier, how to, start exercising more, anything in those sort of health and fitness and wellbeing realms, they may be suited also to a influencer that deals with health, for example, a health influencer, a lifestyle influencer, a women's issues kind of, or someone that's a mum influencer, for example. So there's other influencers you can approach as well. But what I'm particularly talking about today is the influencers that are on Instagram and on TikTok, and they discuss books and they review books and promote books. And so they are obviously a great influencer for you to approach with your book. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it. So if you go to Instagram, and I'm just open up my Instagram page here on Greenlight PR. So let's go to it right now, and let's have a look. So we're going to put in with the search bar, we're going to put in book review. So type that into the search bar, book review. You can do this while you're watching this with your phone. And then let's put in business and see what comes up. I know what's going to come up. So there's going to be a whole lot of influencers there that come up that are talking about business books. So you're putting in book review, and then if you were a romance book, you put in romance. If you're small business, maybe put in small business, but maybe just put in business, because you'll probably get a mixture of them, that maybe not calling it small business, but maybe suited to your book. So that's how you find them. And then once you actually tap onto them, you're actually going to be able to get an email address usually, and also you're going to be able to DM them. So when you're actually setting them, you've got to reach out to them, ask them by email. So put an email together, letting them know I'm an author and this is the name of my book, and I'd love to send you a copy of my book in a gift boxed gift set. So I would actually make it a bit of a moment when you send them the book. I would actually send them a boxed gift with your book, maybe some tissue paper, and put something in that sort of is, synonymous with your book, or that you talk about in your book. So if it's a book on running, then you might have a bottle of water in there that you tend to use that's suitable for running, sweatbands, that sort of thing. If it's a romance book, I've done this before, the romance book, I put a candle in there. I had a children's book and it talked a lot about dragonflies, so I had a little dragonfly decoration, that little dangly decoration thing that we put in there. So, try and think of something that sort of relates to your book, and I'd make it a bit of a moment, because they may show that on their page as well, opening the book and then, being excited about it. And that sort of makes a bit of a moment as well. So just to recap, so they're called bookstagrammers or BookTokers on TikTokers, bookstagrammers on Instagram. And if they are smaller numbers, so anything under 8,000 followers, then you can probably get them to promote book and send your book over to them, and they probably won't charge you. If they've got a large following, so anything over 10,000 followers, they may ask for a fee, but find out what the fee is, because it may be worth, if they've got quite a lot of followers in, and especially some engaged followers in the book space, then it may be worth actually paying the fee. And you're going to find they're based all over the place. So not just Australia, be in the US, Canada, like all over the place. So I hope that helps and gives you a little bit more knowledge on Bookstagrammers and BookTokers and how you can work with them. And look, even if they're really small, like maybe 1,500, they might be on their way up in just establishing their new Instagram page on that particular genre of book. Still worth approaching and offering a free book, because you know, they may have some really engaged followers. So, you know, I call them a micro influencer, but they can be really influential. So give it a go. And if you have any questions, give me an email on info@greenlightpr.com.au. Love to hear what you think. Thanks.